So at the end of the webinar, I'll be able to send it out to you for your reference. And then, if you have any questions, you can always go back to it or give us a call. So my name is Adrienne. Thank you for joining us today. I'm the project manager here at Novick Brothers, and this webinar will cover placing an order through eFood USA, as well as some other features of the site. Placing your orders really gives you the control to make sure you're ordering exactly what you want. It eliminates some miscommunication, and you're really able to do it on your own time. Whenever it's most convenient for you, you'll be able to place your order. There are some other features like nutritionals that we are working on the site, so you can have up-to-date information on your products as well. So everyone is muted, but there is a questions box on the webinar panel that you can ask questions on throughout the webinar. I'll be addressing those throughout. We'll take a couple minutes in between certain sections, and I'll check the questions to see if there's anything I can answer for you guys. So let's get started. So you can use any internet browser that you like. You can use Chrome, Explorer, Safari, Firefox, whichever one you prefer. The most consistent experience we found have been with Google Chrome and Internet Explorer. It's also going to be functional on an iPad or a tablet, or even on a mobile phone if you're in a pinch, if you forgot to order. I've already had a couple of clients say that they've placed it through their tablet or their mobile phone. It is easiest to just navigate the site through a laptop or a desktop to start with, so I suggest starting there, and then if you want to, you can move to a tablet or your mobile phone. It's just easier navigation on using a mouse. So to get to the site, you're going to start at our website, the Novick Brothers website, novickbrothers.com. And you'll see right here we have a computer that says online ordering. So you're going to click on that, and it will take you to this. We call this one of our speed bump pages. This is our website that has some special messaging. You'll note here that there's a message that just notes that our old system, AFS Web, is no longer active, and the eFood USA is our new ordering system. At other times, you'll see our flyers, promotional flyers. We just had one for Thanksgiving up here. So there'll be various messages on this page throughout the year. But to continue to the ordering system, you're just going to click on the eFood USA icon. And then you should see this. So your login information, your access code to start with is going to be usually your Novick Brothers account number. The account that I'm going to be using today is just a demo account, so there'll be a couple of things that we won't have access to, like invoicing, but I'll show you where you could find that if you need it. So you're going to enter your access code right there, and then your password would go here. And then you can hit enter, or you can click go. So you'll notice that a pop-up message automatically popped up. This is something we have set just for right now. One thing, sometimes browsers will ask you if you want to allow pop-ups. Always say yes, allow for the eFood USA site, because there are some messagings and other features that utilize pop-ups. This is one of them. So this pop-up message that we have for sign-on is just reminding people to make sure that they know about their holiday schedule for Christmas and New Year's this week, or the next couple weeks. And you can just click OK to clear that. So then this is your snapshot page. Your account title will be up here, and it'll say your sign-on is complete. And that's how you know that you're signed on. Over here, it'll show your AP balance, which for this account says 0 because it's just a demo account. But if you are a billing unit, if you are the bill to for, if you have a couple locations, usually there'll only be an amount there if your location is being billed, but there'll be a number there. And that is also hyperlinked. You'll see when I hover over it, there's a little click hand. If you click into that, you'll get a drill down of your invoicing history, and you'll be able to see all of that as well. Again, since this is just a demo account, there's no bill history. So to get back to that other page, I just went over to Home here on the navigation bar, and then I can click Review Snapshot to get back to that. This will pop up again because it's technically saying that you've logged in again. Okay, so then the last order placed will be noted right here, and the amount of that last order. So to place an order, you're going to go over to the navigation bar and click on Place Order. Now that's going to take you to this page. So first off, if you want to change your password, you can do that up here. You just enter your new password in these two fields and click Go. I will note that with Mozilla Firefox, if you ask that browser to remember your password, sometimes it will automatically populate your password up here. And that's just a little glitch. So when you click Continue, it'll ask you to enter it again. Just make sure that these fields are cleared out if you're using Firefox, because it'll just ask you to re-enter it. It's just a little glitch. You don't have to change your password if you don't want to. What we do require is an email address. So right now I do not have any email addresses loaded into eFood. So if I click Continue, it's going to ask me to please have at least one email address to place an order. And we ask that you do this so you get your order confirmation. That does two things. One, it allows you to review it and make sure you have everything you need. And two, it confirms that the order was submitted fully. So I'm going to go back and go into Place Order. And to update your email address, you're going to click on the Click Here button right here. And you have the option to add up to 5 email addresses. You only have to enter one to place an order, but if you have maybe a principal and a chef and a director that all need to get the order confirmation, you can add each one of those email addresses in here. So I'm going to add mine. It already knows. Chrome will autofill for everyone. All right, and then I'm going to click Continue. And it'll say the following have been updated, so you know that it's been updated completely, and you can click Continue again. So this is the start of placing an order. At the top, it will have, again, your account name, today's date, and the requested delivery day. So your delivery day is based on the delivery day that we have scheduled for your location. So for this particular demo account, we have Fridays set up for delivery. So I can put it in for the very next Friday, which it will always default to your next available delivery day. Or I can put it in for a future delivery date. And if you click on this little calendar icon right here, you'll get a pop-up that will show you your next available delivery dates. You'll notice the only ones that are hyperlinked are Friday delivery days, because that's the only available day for this particular unit. So if you have, if your deliveries are twice a week, if you get like maybe a Tuesday or Thursday, Tuesday and Thursday would be available to select. But you cannot place an order for a delivery day that is not your designated delivery day. So I'm just going to put this in for the 18th. The next section here is optional, but I know some people do utilize purchase order numbers, and you're able to enter that here in this field if you require one. So the next option is your product entry method. So there's going to be two options to actually go ahead and place your order with. The first is your Novick Brothers order guide. That will always default be selected. And this order guide will show you a list of products that you've already ordered. You've ordered with us before. The second option here, I'll just show you real quickly, is enter product numbers manually. So this is really for if you have a list of our product codes and you just want to enter a product code by product code and the quantity, that's how you would do that. But it's not going to give you a list to go off of. So if I have that selected, just so you see as an example, and I click continue, that's what this will look like. So to place that order, you would literally just be going to the item number here, entering a number that matches with the Novick Brothers product, and then it will populate what it is, and then you would enter the quantity. So you can choose to order that way if you like, but most people find it easiest to place an order using the order guide. So before we go to that, there's a couple other options here that I just wanted to review real quick. So the show prices will always default to yes. The number of items to show will always default to all, which I recommend leaving those as is. The last option over here is a standing order feature, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. Then we have a couple of messages. So these messages will pop up anytime that there is a change to the Novick Brothers catalog. So I've recently removed these items from the system, and this will pop up to let you know that we're no longer carrying this item code. We might have an alternate, and usually if we're changing from maybe one brand to another, it will say X item has been removed, X item has been added. And that's how you'll be able to tell that a product code has changed. So I'm just going to take a quick second at this point to check and see if we have any questions. Okay, it looks like we're all right for now. Okay. All right, so we have our Novick Brothers order guide selected, and I'm going to hit continue to start my order. So that has loaded the list of products that I have ordered before. And this pulls directly from our back-end system. So if you haven't ordered something with us yet, it won't be on here yet, but I'll show you how to find and add those to your order if it's not already on your order guide. If there's something on your order guide that you do not want on there, then just give us a call and let us know, and we'll see if we can take it off. But this as is, since it pulls directly from that back-end system, is not editable by you. Organization-wise, it is going to be organized by category and then by alphabetical. So you notice at the top here is our categories: dry, frozen, non-food, meat, refrigerated, produce, and refrigerated. And these are all hyperlinked. So if you have a lengthy order guide and you're just placing an order for your cups and maybe some chemical products, you can click on the non-food and jump right to that section. You can also just go straight down and scroll through. So to start placing quantities in, you're going to enter your quantities over on the left-hand side here. That's pretty much how you'll go through and enter your quantities. You'll notice this item here is bold and italicized. That is designating a special order item. And we've also added a little icon over here. The exclamation point in blue. If you hover over it, you'll get a little pop-up that will note it's a special order item, contact client services for a lead time. It's totally fine to order those items through eFood. We just want to make sure you understand what kind of item it is, and then it might not be available for delivery on your next order. It might take a week or two for us to get in. You'll also notice another icon like that is this little star. If you hover over that, you'll get a pop-up that notes that this is a split item. This is going to be for anything that is our eaches. So here's one that's an each. You'll notice the unit of measurement here will say EA for each. The cases are CS. So if we look at these pineapples right here, our case will say CS, and that you're getting 6 number 10 cans, compared to the each, the EA, where you're getting 2 number 10 cans. So that's how we've distinguished between those items. The last little designator for the eaches is in the codes. Our each codes will end in 1 as opposed to 0. Okay. So a couple other things that you'll notice on the order guide. Some of the products are hyperlinked. So this is how we have set up our new nutritionals. So if you click on the hyperlinked product code, you'll get a nutritional for that item. It's really a product spec sheet. So you'll see we have sort of allergens and nutritional info, case information. For this particular, for our CN items, we are going through and adding the CN information. So you'll see down here at the bottom, we have the CN statement for this particular CN product. Now, unfortunately, it's not available for all of our products just yet. It is a lengthy process to find matching information for all of our items. We're doing the best we can. If there's ever anything that you are unable to find in eFood, just give the office a call and somebody will be more than happy to track that down for you. The other hyperlinked item on the order guide is going to be all the way over here on the right-hand side for average use. Now you notice that's a lot of zeros. So the average use is going to be based on a 4-week average calculation. So if you only order something maybe once in a while, it's going to be 0. But what you can do, let's see something, since this is a demo account, I need to find something I've actually ordered through here. So if you click on it, well, you should get a sales history. I know that there's sales history for that, so I'll look into that. My apologies. But it should provide some helpful information. You know, if you know that you're trying to find the product that you've ordered last time, and maybe you have a couple different crackers or something, and you want to see which one you've ordered last time, it's a helpful way to, as like a quick reference. Also, it'll tell you how many of that product that you ordered in the past. So if you're like, oh, I know this is the right one, I just can't remember, did I order 2 or did I order 3? That's also a helpful way to find out how many you ordered last time. But there are other sections of the website that will also show that, and I will show that later on in the webinar. So one other thing that you'll also notice, as you add to your order, you'll have a running total. So this will change as you add items to the order guide, to the order itself. You can also save your order at any time. So I just went over here and I clicked Save Changes, and it'll give you a pop-up that it's been saved as in progress. So at this point, I'll show you how to pull up an in-progress order. Let's say you get distracted, you need to go handle an emergency, maybe there's a parent in your center that really needs your attention. You can walk away from this order, you can log out, You can shut down your computer, or if you need to finish it from home, you can walk away from this at any point in time as long as it's saved. And it'll save periodically on its own as well. So if I navigate away from that, to get back to that in progress order, I'm going to go back into place order, continue, and you'll notice down here at the bottom a new section called in progress orders. And this is the one we were just working on. So you can resume or you can delete. Let's say you wanted to start over. You can just select the little delete radio button and click delete. But I'm going to resume that order. So I'm going to select the resume radio button and click the resume delete button. And that loaded back up the order guide with all my quantities that I've already entered. So once you've finished entering everything you need, let's say there's things on here that that aren't on your order guide yet. There are two ways to search. One, if you want to search for something, let's say you have a really long order guide and you want to search for something that you know is already on your order guide. You can use your browser functions, which is Control F. If you type that on the keyboard, it'll pop up a little window here, and that's pretty much universal for any browser. If you use Chrome or Firefox or Explorer, whatever, Control F is going to be your find feature. And then you can type in what you're looking for, and it'll highlight where that is on your screen. So you can quickly find something that's on your order guide to order it. To find something that's not on your order guide, for example, let's take this cup. It says item not on COG. Now there are some items that we have not included for online ordering in general, and this notation here, item not on COG, is how you'll know that it's not included. So this particular cup we've removed from online ordering for whatever reason. Let's say you need to find a different cup. You can go up to the search product catalog by description bar up here and type in cup. Start search, and it will populate anything that has cup in the description. Now, we recommend using as small a keyword, a descriptive keyword as you can to find and search for. Just so, because if it's too descriptive, it's not going to ping on it. But here's a 9-ounce cup, and if I say, okay, I'm going to order that one instead, you can click the little add button, which will add it down here at the bottom of your order. If you don't see something on your order guide, but if you have a code and you have a code number for it, you can also add that manually via the code number down here as well. Let's say we're going to add that one as well. So some search tips for finding things in our product catalog. Unfortunately, since a lot of the descriptions are based off of our purchasing department, it can sometimes be a little bit of a different world as opposed to walking into the grocery store. So if you're looking for a graham cracker, you might think, oh, I'm going to type in graham cracker. But usually that's not going to pull something up because it's too descriptive. Oh, it did this time. And this is always how it works, right? Every time I search for it, it's not there. But I would recommend starting with cracker or graham to just do one or the other, because sometimes it can affect what it pulls up. Another good example is our chicken products. So if I type in chicken, we'll get some chicken, but we have a lot more than that. So what you're really going to search for is CHIC. And you'll notice that brings up a lot more options than typing in chicken. a lot more options. Same thing with cookie. I always recommend starting with the most descriptive single keyword you can think of, and then you can kind of peruse and see all the cookies and cookie doughs that we may have and select from there. If you're ever having trouble finding anything, feel free to call the office, and our client service team is more than happy to help you track down what you're looking for. They can give you an item code. That'll make it a little bit easier if you're unable to find something. So once you've completed entering all your items, you say, okay, I'm ready to place this order. You can scroll all the way down to the bottom and click continue, or you can click continue at the top, either one. And this will take you to another speed bump page. So we've built in a couple of messages. You haven't done anything wrong necessarily. It's just bringing your attention to particular products because we want to make sure that you're ordering exactly what you meant to order. So anytime you order a special order item, you'll get a prompt here. Anytime you order an each, you'll get a prompt here for each one of those. And we do that basically because we want to make sure you meant to order an each. If you accidentally order a case of something, you still have the amount to cover everything. If you accidentally order an each of something, you're going to be short. There's one more message that we've built in for double keying. So you'll notice down here at the bottom, did you mean to order 33 cases of that item? And that will note on anything that is over the quantity of 10. If you order over the quantity of 10 of anything, you'll get a message here. Basically, we want to just make sure it's super easy to just accidentally double hit a number, especially if you're going to be ordering on an iPad or something like that. So this is how you can kind of catch that before it comes over to us. So I'm going to say, no, I didn't mean to order 33 cases of that. And it's going to take me back. And I can go in and delete out that other 3. And I can just click continue again. So again, this will always come up if you've ordered those things. If everything looks good, you can click yes, continue. And then I'll get one more page before I can fully submit it. This is our recap page. So let's say you forgot to order a purchase order number. You can still do that at this point. To enter that up here. And it'll give you a recap of your order, what was on it, how many you've ordered of each, and an estimated total. It says your order has not yet been placed at this time, you must hit submit. Or you can modify it, you can still change it. At this point, you can even, again, walk away and go back to it later to find it in progress, or you can completely cancel it if you like down here. But to fully submit, which I'm going to do at this point, you click submit. You'll get this page. Your order has been placed. It'll give you an order number. It's also going to send you that email confirmation. If you don't see this page or if you don't get that email confirmation, give us a call just to make sure we have it. It's always better to make sure that we have it than, oh, I didn't get an email. I wonder what happened. Just give us a call if you don't get an email. It takes maybe at most 5 minutes for the email to come over. And that's the basics of placing an order. I'm going to check real quick to see if we have any questions at this point. Doesn't look like we have any questions, so that's great. Okay. So one thing to note with the pricing that is going to be on your order confirmations, it will be an estimate. It'll be as accurate as we can for real-time pricing, but just make sure that for any payment, you're going off of your invoice. The final pricing will always be reflected on the invoices that you get upon delivery. So I'm just going to real quick go through some other areas of the website where you can find some other information about what's going on at Novick Brothers. So the first area, if we look over on the navigation bar, is the What's New section. So we have some messages here. The first is just explaining those icons. So if you ever forget what the exclamation point or the star means, you can find that information here. We'll also list our serve safe dates and then any other sort of messages or updates that we want you to have. So this is just a note here about our nutritional information, those product codes that we're hyperlinking, and what we're working on. So that'll change periodically. Usually I will post a, hey, please check the what's new section for an update on whatever, when there's a new message there. The products area over here is going to be another way to search our product catalog. If you're perhaps looking for a different cookie for your snack program, you can just type in cookie here, and it will bring up a list of products for you to look at. And you can do that by description or by category if you wanted to drill down on that. Another area that we have that's really cool is our reports section. Again, unfortunately, since this is just a demo account, we don't have a lot of data for this to pull from. But basically, this section will allow you to run usage reports so you can see how much you've ordered or how much money you've spent on a particular time period, where you're spending your money. If you need, I know some of our CACFP centers need to track how much milk they buy in a particular period of time. So this is a really easy way to do that. You can select a usage report and then put in a date range and then put in here a product number. So you can put the milk product code in there and run the report just on that specific product. And that's a real easy way to get how much milk you've spent or bought in a quarter or whatever date range you choose. And then there are also going to be some tools to help you order. One other place to check your past orders is in the order status section over here. So if I click on that, you can put in an order number, which is the eFood order number. That number doesn't have anything to do with our back-end system. It's just an eFood number specifically. But if you have that, you can put it in here. But I find it easiest just to do it as a date range. And then you can click continue. So you'll see the order that I just placed is already in its history. And here's some past ones that I've done just as tests. And you'll notice that there is a reorder button here as well. So if you have a standard order that you just want to, oh, I want to start from what I did last time, or hey, what I got last time was perfect, I just want to reorder that, you can go into that order status section and pull up your past orders here and click reorder, and it's going to start a brand new order for you. So you notice all of the items that I ordered on my past one they just kind of populate all at the top, but it will notate, hey, you've already ordered that by highlighting it in yellow. So if you go through and you're like, oh, I need to add something, you'll know that, oh, you already ordered the scratch pad, so that's all taken care of. One more section where it will be helpful in the future. I recommend getting familiar with online ordering to start with, and then in the future, if you like, we can send you some information about standing order items. And a standing order will allow you to set up a specific group of products that will always populate on your order when you go ahead and place your next order. But like I said, I recommend just getting familiar with the basics and starting to place your orders through eFood USA. If you want, you are more than welcome to call the office, and for your first time, the girls up front, Hannah and Allie and Barb, will be happy to walk you through as you place your first orders just to make sure you're comfortable. And then in the future, if you want to learn more about different features of the site, we can send you some more information on how to do that. So that pretty much concludes today's tutorial. I'm going to check one last time for any questions. Check this one more time. Okay, and we do have some, so give me a second. So I have a question here. Is there an initial page where we can enter the password and initial information? So I will be providing that information for you. The password is already set up right now, and you'll just be able to change it. So when we're done today's webinar, I'm going to be sending out the video of today's tutorial as well as your login information. And then if we need any other information for your account, that should already be taken care of. Okay, one second. So I have one more question here. So I have a question here. Are we able to access the catalog so we can see all options instead of cookie? So to see sort of, you know, all of the items we have available, you're going to kind of, I would recommend to do it by category. So you have to put something in this section to start a search from, and the category is the most generalized way to do that. It's not going to show you a complete list of everything we have. It needs to be broken down into something. But I recommend going by category. So let's say if you're looking for a new entree, most of our entree items are frozen, so you can go by frozen and click search. And that will give you all of our frozen items. And you can kind of work your way through that way. It's only going to show 100 items at a time. If you look down here at the bottom, it's 100 items. To show the next one, you just click on it and it'll load up the next page. But now we're really getting into sort of the bulk of our protein items here: fish sticks, beef patties, chicken nuggets, pizzas, and that's probably the best way to search for more of a generalized catalog look. Okay. Okay, so I think that takes care of all the questions. If you have any further questions, you can always call the office. Like I said, I will be emailing everybody their login information and a video of today's tutorial.